What's up, guys? So we are here in a state park. I'm not going to tell you which park it is. If you're familiar with the area, then you'll know. If you're not familiar with the area, I'm not going to tell you because I don't want people coming out here trying to investigate this creature on their own. I'm trying to do this one clip like really quick because the county is at the front doing construction work, and so they have their machine shut off for right now, which is a perfect time. And also people keep walking up this trail that we're standing on, riding bikes or what have you. So I'm trying to hurry this clip up before we get interrupted again. But as we go to walk a trail, I'll start explaining to you the creature of the stories that I've heard about, the research that I was able to come up with. But as you can see, all the way around us, there's nothing but trees. Like, there's literally nothing but trees, woods. That's all that's around us, and walking trails. That's it. It's just like, that's all there is. So with that being said, we are going to try to figure out which one of these two trails that we're going to walk up. I think we're going to end up doing both of them, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to go up this one. Probably going to end up going up this one first. I don't know where either one of these trails go, but I'm thinking up this trail here is probably where we're going to go. I've seen a lot of people come down this trail. I take it back. I've seen one person come down this trail. This trail, I've seen a lot of people go up and down. So I think we're going to go up this one because this one actually looks like it goes up there and it kind of curves back to the right, which goes back up into the woods. So I think that's the one we're going to walk. We're going to go up right now. So to give you a little bit of insight on what I've actually heard about this mythical, I ain't gonna call it mythical because it might be, I don't know. Little insight onto what I've heard about this thing so far is I've actually heard from somebody who had relatives that lived on the north end of the county that we are actually in, that the mom and dad went out grocery shopping one evening or one night, and the daughter was at home, and she supposedly looked into, like, she went into the living room or den or whatever it was, and she turned and looked out the window, and she saw the face of a creature looking in through the window. And the only thing that she could say is it was a face, and it was all like, it was real hairy. She panicked or screamed or whatever. She went into another room. She called mom and dad. Mom and dad rushed home. They went outside and they looked in front of the window that she had saw the face in. And when they looked, there was a footprint in front of the window. And the footprint, they said it was barefooted. So it was like a human footprint. It was barefooted. But it was huge. They said that they could have put both of their hands inside this footprint. That's how big it was. So they called the sheriff's department. The sheriff's department came out and they brought dogs out. The dogs started trailing into the woods. The dogs would reach a certain point and they wouldn't go any further. They don't know why, and that was all that I heard about that. So, you know, I hear ghost stories, I hear stories of places being haunted all the time. And so I just kind of wrote that one off as an old tale. And the next thing I know is I decided to start looking it up on the internet, and I actually found where it started talking about two sisters that lived. Let's see where we're at. So they lived back over that way somewhere. Two sisters that lived together. They were in the house one night, their house, and they were in the living room, and they heard a bumping on the floor. And whatever it was, they said it stood up with so much force, it actually buckled the floors. Now, if you don't know anything about how houses were built back then, the houses were built with thick wood. So, like, there's no way, it wouldn't have been plywood, it wouldn't have been, you know, OSB board, which is another form of plywood that they use. It would have been like wood planks, like thick wood planks. This thing stood up with so much force it buckled the floor. Okay, and then it ended up running off into the woods. They seen it going into the woods, but they couldn't see what it was. They couldn't see what it looked like. So the next morning, they went into town. They started telling everybody about this thing. And the next thing you know, the whole town dubbed it as the Crumpton Booger, because the sisters' last names were Crumpton. They were the Crumpton sisters. So they dubbed this thing as the Crumpton Booger. And it also actually has a tale that I read online when I was researching it, that it jumped on the back of a wagon that was coming down Peters Road over in Fayette County, Georgia, right near the Peters Cemetery. It jumped on the back of the wagon, and as the wagon was going down the hill, it was making the wagon bounce back and forth and up and down. And then before the wagon ended up getting to the bridge, everything stopped. Like the rocking, the bounce, and all that stopped. Well, when the guy got home, he realized his groceries were gone. So that's another situation that we're gonna look into also, is the Peters Cemetery, because supposedly that's haunted too. But today we're out here in these woods, which ironically is a nature park, and we're going to be trying to see if we can not necessarily find the Crumpton Booger. That would be nice, but we're going to see if we can find maybe some footprints or clawing on the trees, or anything evidential, anything that we can use as evidence that it might still be around or it might exist. Whether this is possibly like a haunted area. So I did want to show y'all this real quick though. This is pretty nice looking. This, as you see, that's the trail we just came up, and there's a trail over there. So we got to figure out which trail, and then we got a trail this way that we can walk on a bridge and cross over a creek. Nice looking. And it goes on back up in there. We got to figure out what trail we can walk on the other side of the bridge to this trail. And this is the other side where the water runs under the bridge. Somebody in their fancy artwork. That's actually pretty cool. That's a bird in jail, and it says, "Please don't pass me by." Not really sure what that means. And my camera just took a shit for some reason. It just zoomed in. So we're gonna walk the trails a little bit and see what we can find, and yeah, hopefully we'll find something good. Alright guys, so my battery on my camcorder is actually dying. But I did find this. This is pretty cool. If I can make my way down here without falling down this fucking hill. This has nothing to do with the creature we're looking for, or the evidence of a creature being out here. But this is pretty cool. It don't matter how you look at it. I just gotta figure out how to get down here to it without, oh shit. Okay. Woohoo. Here. Slip fall, bust my ass. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Look at that. And if y'all know me, yeah. We might have gotten a little lost. We're gonna see if we can figure our way out of here. My camera died, so I'm using my cell phone. When we get back to the truck, or to the car, to the parking lot, civilization, where real people are, I'll finish recording. Okay, so we found the dam. Found the dam. And see if I can get my ass back up here. This is like climbing a fucking mountain. You can see right over there. This is the dam. So I can get back up this hill. All the loose dirt and shit. Where'd my camera person go? Camera person has my camera. I'm having to use my cell phone. Fuck. Still walking. No end in sight. As you can see, the it's still dead. We can't look at Google Map to see. We can't look at Google Map to see where we're at or where we need to go. We can look at it and get approximate location because everything up is tree covered, so all it's going to show on Google Maps is the top of the damn trees and about where we're at. it's not going to show, you know, if we're on, or even if we're on a trail or not. Here's another marker. There's another 2 markers. Hey, we have a split trail up here. It's 2 markers. It's 2 markers. Yeah. Oh. P.
So we have to be close to the end if we saw somebody come down this trail.
P. Let's see. This is 9. Let's go this way. We'll go this way. I think, I don't know. There's markers out here, but I don't know. So until we figure out where we're at and how much longer it's going to take for us to get out of these woods, I'll check back in with y'all in a little bit. Hi guys. Woo! Sorry about that. That was my phone. It won't stop going off. To explain to you real quick, I do have a social media person that deals with my social media, but to keep it from being such an overload, or if I need to go back and look at something and I'm not around her, then it hits my phone. So every time you hear my phone going off, that's what it is. How long were we in the woods? 4 hours. We were in the woods for 4 hours. Didn't really see nothing out there. We had the one time where we heard something in the woods. My battery on my camera died. I don't know what that was about. So we were using cell phones. We're having to use cell phones to kind of fill in for the camera. I do know that when a spirit is around, it will use a lot of energy out of an electronic device, that being cell phone, camera. And at one point, we actually didn't have anything recording, and we didn't have anything recording, and I swear something walked like right behind me, and it went, and I turned around and looked just to make sure it wasn't, you know, none of the people that were in there with me fucking with me, and they wasn't close enough to be doing that. So I don't know what that was either, but that was the only 2 things that really happened here. I didn't really see any signs of like any creature running through there. I didn't see no footprints. I didn't see no scratches on trees or anything of that nature. So we might come back out here and try to see if we can get permission to spend the night in that park and maybe get lost again. Oh, excuse me. So that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, we'll probably do a part 2. We'll probably come back out here and spend the night in that park. But until then, until the next video, take care, see you, and peace out.